Day 166 of the war in Gaza. The IDF has been wrapping up its operation in and around Al-Shifa hospital, with over 300 terror suspects now being held for interrogation. More from ILTV's Steve Leibowitz.
Day 166 of the war in Gaza, and focus remains on the IDF operations in and around Shifa hospital. The army says that more than 300 terror suspects were detained in Shifa. Dozens have been killed. The IDF released footage showing weapons found by troops in a room adjacent to the Shifa director's office. The forces are holding dozens of prominent Hamas and Islamic Jihad terrorists, including commanders involved in directing terrorist activities in Judea and Samaria. Suspects were questioned by field interrogators before being taken to Israel for further investigation. The issue of distribution of aid to Gazan civilians continues to be a problem. Armed and masked men from an array of clans and factions have been starting to provide security for aid convoys in Gaza as Hamas tries to keep its clout in the enclave. Video footage showed a convoy of trucks entering Gaza City with foreign aid overnight. It was watched by several men armed with AK-47 assault rifles and others wielding sticks. It has become highly risky for anyone linked to Hamas to emerge into the open to provide security for aid deliveries to desperate civilians. So numerous clans, civil society groups and factions, including Hamas's secular political rival Fatah, have stepped into the void to provide security for the aid convoys. Hamas's ability to rally such groups behind it over security showed it retains influence, and that efforts by Israel to build its own administrative system to keep order in Gaza are being resisted. The mediated talks are continuing in Qatar, searching for a potential hostage release exchange for an extended ceasefire and the release of a large number of Palestinian security prisoners. Mossad chief David Barnea returned from Doha to brief the war cabinet, but an Israeli team remains in Qatar taking part in Qatari, Egyptian, and U.S. efforts to broker a deal between Israel and Hamas. Qatari officials cautioned that an IDF operation in Rafah would harm the efforts. They also said the hostage deal is not yet close.
First of all, I don't think we are at a moment now where we can say that we are close to a deal. We are, as I said, we are cautiously optimistic because the talks have resumed, and that is a good thing, and we hope that that continues, and we hope to build upon that in the coming days, but it's still too early to announce any successes. So we remain, as I said, we remain hopeful.
Prime Minister Netanyahu said that Israel has to present a tough stance in negotiations with Hamas for the release of the hostages. Netanyahu told the Knesset's Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee negotiations needed to be tough. You can't give everything from the get-go because the enemy will want more. Netanyahu added, "I don't think there was ever a government that faced such a dilemma."